years ago, 16-year-old Karina Vargas was standing outside of school with a group of friends when she was hit in the back by a stray bullet from a nearby gang shooting. An undocumented immigrant without health insurance, she wasn't able to get the health care that she needed, and it changed her life forever.
Karina Vargas grew up in this home her family owns in the Denver suburbs. It's been 3 years since she was shot and paralyzed, but she remembers it like it was yesterday.
I already knew that something was wrong because I felt like my feet were straight up in the air, but they weren't. I looked down with my eyeballs and they were already flat on the floor. And, well, obviously, I couldn't move.
The local hospital provided the initial emergency care. But since Karina is not a U.S. citizen, since then she has had almost no access to medical treatment. Her family couldn't afford health insurance, and non-citizens can't get the state-run insurance for low-income people known as Medicaid.
If I was to have insurance, to have Medicaid, you could say, I could have had so much. I could have had even a stay-at-home nurse. I could have been driving my own car. I could have had the bullet removed that day. The only reason that they didn't remove that bullet is because the hospital knew that we didn't have funds to pay for that surgery.
Karina's parents crossed the border from Mexico when she was just a baby. The U.S. is the only country Karina has ever known, and she resents not being treated like an American.
I turned 1 in the United States. I've been here my whole life. I don't know any better than the life that I have here. So in order for somebody to tell me, oh, you're not from here because you don't have a paper that says, or a birth certificate that says you're from here, it's kind of unfair.
Karina's mother says she came to the U.S. in search of better opportunities for her children. But now she's lost faith in the American dream.
I think it is all false. Based on what we have been through, I think it is totally false. Just because you don't have documents, you are instantly pushed to one side. People don't see you as a human being.
Soon after the accident, a Denver lawyer offered to work for Karina pro bono. She helped her get a special visa for victims of serious crimes. It allows her to stay in the U.S. for now, but the benefits stop there.
With U visa status, there really isn't any provision to receive Medicaid or many of the public health benefits.
The U visa could allow Karina to become a citizen in about 8 years. But until then, her best bet for getting access to health care is to hope for charitable donations.
The only real immediate solution is to try to raise private funds, to try to get someone or some organization to step in and pay for her treatment, or to try to get some kind of private grant money to pay for her treatment.
Conservative Republicans in Colorado have expressed sympathy for Karina, but they say that since she's not a citizen, it's not the government's responsibility to help her.
It is a unique situation, and you cannot build an entire policy on anecdotal situations. This is a bad thing, but I can't change the entire system. And as I say, just ignore the fact of illegal citizenship.
Doctors say that with the right surgeries and physical therapy, Karina might someday be able to walk again. But without insurance, those treatments would cost millions of dollars. Meanwhile, Karina's body is a ticking time bomb. The more time that passes, the less chance that she'll be able to recover her movement. Thanks to recent media attention on her case, a nonprofit foundation has offered her a year of free physical therapy to help her build strength and deal with chronic pain.
It makes me feel more energized and wanting to do stuff.
The therapy has improved her spirits.
But I don't plan on leaving here until I get out of here walking, so.
She's optimistic, and she might indeed walk again someday, but not without the surgeries and long-term therapy that, for now, she just can't afford. Mary McCarthy for Telesur, Denver.